There we go. There we go. We here. We here. Welcome to another Raw Real Review. With your boy Shef, man. We here, man. We here for Loki episode 2. Another live Raw Real reaction. We're back, baby. Episode 2. Regular common folk people like me, like Shef, finally got to see episode 2 today. It didn't disappoint. But we're going to really get into our very thorough, very in-depth review on this stream. As usual, don't forget to hit that like on your way in here. We're going to discuss this episode, predictions, theories, all that fun stuff, man. We're going to have a jolly good old stream tonight. I'd like to thank everybody for sharing their time with me. You guys could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. You could be asleep or feeding your pet hamster, but you're here with me, and I really, really appreciate it. And also, I want to say I apologize because last week, on the previous stream from last week, I said that Loki episode 1 wasn't one of my favorites, and after rewatching it, I'll take it back. My new ranking goes for top 3 first episodes as far as MCU shows goes. Falcon Winter Soldier, Loki, and then WandaVision. I love them all though. I really loved all 3. So I apologize for that mistake I made last week. But the first episode was really good. It was very good, especially after rewatching it. And I guess that's usually what happens when you pay attention. So, Miss M, how are you doing? How are you feeling?
I'm doing good after that second episode.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Battle on Facebook, did you win?
No.
Alright then.
Yep.
Alrighty. But other than that, man, how did you feel? Like, give us a brief overview of this episode versus the first episode. What did you think?
Well, first of all, I'm glad we rewatched the first one because a lot of more things just clicked for me and made sense for me that I didn't realize or catch the first time around. This one was just kind of like more action packed, obviously, because they're on their adventure or they're on the going after. It felt like, and this is probably why I liked it more. I felt like a Law and Order case for me. Really? Halfway through. It kind of felt like they were like, I don't know if you've ever seen Law and Order, but Stabler and Benson. It's just kind of what Mobius and Loki felt like. And I just love their back and forth. Sorry, I'm getting really into it, but it was a great episode. It's obviously my favorite so far of the 2, but the first one I definitely appreciated the commentary and the explanation leading into this one.
After watching this second episode, I definitely think they should have gave us both episodes back to back. And I understand why they did it, but come on, give us both these episodes so we can really see the show for what it really is. Because now I understand what all those people were saying. Like, man, Marvel's got a hit, and this is a good show. Like even when we're on the second episode, like I have no idea where this is gonna go. Still, so many twists. So many turns, so many crazy cats disrupting things. But it was a really good episode, man. And we go talk all about it. We go chop it up. I got a few little keynotes, but I just want to hear your thoughts, man. Like on just Tom Hiddleston, like thus far. Like, what do you think about him? Like I honestly, for me, I cannot see him as anything other than Loki. Like that's how great of a job that he's doing, It's just, I can't see nobody else, What
he is the Loki character for me.
My God.
Like, I think we were talking about that last week, like when, you have a good casting director when the audience is just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. Some people question, like, Brie Larson for being Miss Marvel. Some of them were kind of questionable, but Marvel does an amazing job. I mean, Thor, I couldn't see anybody else as Thor, Yeah. Thanos, who would have thought? James or Josh?
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin, his dad's James. Would have been such a good Thanos. They just do an amazing job of casting, and I think Loki's probably up there as, like, one of the best. I mean, like, Steve Rogers-esque, he's a perfect Captain America, Yeah. Black Panther, Chadwick was the best Panther that you just didn't even know, Yeah. So, I mean, Tom's definitely up there. He's probably top 5, maybe top 3 as far as casting for me for Marvel shows and movies. What do you think?
I mean, he's really doing his thing, and I think it's like been like a really just great transformation of his character because like you guys gotta understand, like he literally went from like being on Asgard battling monsters and doing all this crazy sci-fi stuff to kind of being grounded and leveled. Like we're watching this, we're watching the playback now. Like yeah, he's in like an office, and he's like he's looking like he's like what was his name off of what was the movie we just watched? Leo, Tom Hanks.
Oh, Catch Me If You Can.
He's looking like he's apprentice. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like you went from doing magic spells and all this to like this. So like, it's just it's cool to see him in this kind of concept and still like being Loki and like doing this thing. It's just like, and it's like you honestly never know where it's gonna go. Like there are a lot of moments in like the episode where you like believe him and stuff like that, but then you realize like, oh,
Loki being Loki.
This is Loki. Loki's gonna be Loki. So it's just he really owns his character, and like Owen Wilson as Mobius, he's really been doing his thing as well. Like I just like the dialogue that they've been having so far, and especially like the back and forth has been like amazing, between like both characters. So like I really think, man, I take back everything I said on the first stream. All right, I'm sorry, but this show really is shaping up to be like something really good. We're gonna continue to break down our favorite moments throughout the show. But man, this is like really good.
So before you get into that, my question I was gonna ask you earlier and I totally forgot, but I'm glad I remembered now.
Let's hear it.
You're talking about how Mobius and Loki have just like this great rapport with each other. Do you think they have a better rapport together, or do you think Falcon and Winter Soldier had a better rapport? Because I remember us talking about them and how they just seem so naturally like buddy-buddy kind of type of thing. I mean, I would say Wanda and Vision, but I mean, they're a couple. It's a little different. These two, they're technically like co-workers, and the other two friends. Well, not even. They weren't friends. They were more co-workers too. Yeah. Who do you think had a better rapport between the two actors? Owen Wilson and Loki, or Falcon and Winter Soldier?
That is a great question. Shout out to the Shiftinator. Man, I just want to say that it's kind of hard for me to answer that question, because I feel like we're still early inside of Loki and Mobius like relationship. Like they're doing really good. Like don't get me wrong, they're doing like a really good job. Like kind of dynamic duo, but it's already the second episode, and like spoiler alert, Loki has already jumped off the rails and like abandoned ship. Yeah. So I would have to give it to Falcon and Winter Soldier, only because like we've seen that kind of flourish all the way through, and like hopefully we're gonna get a continuation of it in the future. But I gotta give it to Falcon and Winter Soldier still, just because like they were funny together, like they were serious, like it's just it was really fulfilling, to watch that from the beginning to the end,
That's true.
And it's kind of like too early for me to say I really love Mobius and Loki, because we don't know if they're gonna go through that. We don't know if they're gonna I don't know. Do we know if Mobius is going to be here after Loki? We don't know what the hell is going to go on. Like, who knows?
That is true.
So, I don't know. I feel like Falcon and Winter Soldier, they were like a match made in heaven in a weird way. They were like they balance each other out. You're
saying that, and shout out to Shifty. But now that you're saying that, it sounds like they're very good on their own. They're doing like individual amazing performances as actors, whereas Falcon and Winter Soldier did really.
Sam and Bucky. They were like Falcon. I mean,
yes.
I was supposed to say they were like Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah.
But one of the scenes that stuck out to me, I love the Loki and Morbius duo, of course. But the whole Pompeii scene, man, that scene, I was just like, and I think that's kind of like a current thing that we're gonna see in like future episodes. I think we're gonna continue to see just them like referencing like real life stuff that's happened like in like reality. I think we're gonna continue to get that, because the first episode was the DB Cooper, and that was like a touch on like real life what happened to us, and the Pompeii reference was the second episode. So now I'm kind of really curious to see like where are they gonna continue to go with like real life things, and I kind of like how they're doing that.
I do too.
I really like how they're doing that.
I feel like they're just bringing in things that, like, a lot of people know about, like random kind of not random history, because Pompeii obviously wasn't random, but like DB Cooper, not everybody knows about that. Like, did you know about that before this? I didn't know. Yeah, I had to like tell you, you know. So it's interesting that they're doing that. And I wonder if there's like a reasoning behind it. Well, there's the Nexus. They kind of tied into. I caught that part. They tied into WandaVision, and that's kind of going to tie into Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah.
The things he kind of explained it to, how it goes chaotic, you know, once the Nexus is messed with, basically. So yeah. I feel like that's the big tie-in for it, and that's why they're doing these like. But DB Cooper, that one wasn't a huge, what do they call it, apocalyptic event?
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting to see the other apocalyptic events they're gonna go to, because that's where he knows she's hiding. Yeah.
So I want to get to some like hitters, like, you know, as soon as possible, because there's still some questions that I need answers to, because there's a lot of things that went down in this episode. So, man, it's just interesting to me, because like Loki, as far as we know, right, his grand scheme is to overtake the Timekeepers. But the other Loki that he met, the female Loki, she was just like, I don't care about that shit, like, you know. So, like, I'm trying, like, this is really, like, oh my God, like, the second episode really showed, like, this is gonna get, like, crazy, like, super, like, really fast, you know, like, that's, like, man, this episode was, like, really crazy, and, like, I'm not gonna lie, halfway through watching the episode, I was like, man, are we gonna get some kind of action, like, what's going on, you know? I was waiting for the action. But it's just a lot of stuff, like, in this episode. Like, thank God we're getting 6, you know. Right. And, like, these are, like, an hour long. So I feel like they're really getting, like, they're really being able to tell the story that they want to tell, like, within 6 episodes. Yeah. You know. And it's really starting to look like, and it's still early to tell, but you can tell, like, this is one of Marvel's most, like, really polished shows. Because, like, you know, the quality is amazing. They're going to, like, different places, and it looks like every single place that they go to in this show, it looks beautiful.
It does.
Know? Like, the camera work is just, like, it's just, Marvel don't miss.
Yeah. You know? When they have the time to do what they want to do, like, no pandemic, you know.
They really don't miss.
It makes me wonder what WandaVision was, how big that was actually going to be, like, with having Doctor Strange and all that in there. And even Falcon and Winter Soldier, I feel like they got it done enough. I don't know how much more you really could have done with that one. Yeah. But WandaVision, I'm like, man, did we really miss out because of, you know, or are they going to make up for it in Doctor Strange too? So.
We don't know.
Yeah, but at least we get Loki. Loki, it's starting to be my favorite show so far.
Really? I mean, you say that about every show.
Well, of course. I mean, that's like how everybody was saying get better and better, but. I love the action in Falcon and Winter Soldier, but the thought behind this one, I think, is just more. It's because it feels like a crime show. You know, I like true crime.
Yeah. I think there was, like, already so far, there was so much detail and thought put into this show, man.
For sure.
Because you have to literally watch the episodes before you watch the next episode, you know. This ain't a show that you can, like, stop watching 2 weeks and then, like, decide to watch it and you, like, okay. You know, like, you kind of, like, have to be, like, closely tied into the show. Whereas, like, Falcon and Winter Soldier, you know, you can miss a couple of things, you know. Yeah. You didn't have to pay attention to too many details, you know.
And catch right back up.
Yeah. So that's what I like about this show so far. Just, like, you have to really, like, pay attention and, like, really see. You based on the character that Loki is, you kind of try to have to, like, anticipate, like, what he's gonna do. Because he's always thinking, like he said in the show, 10 steps ahead, you know. He's like, that's what he does. He's like a master manipulator, and like he likes, you know, that's like his theme. You know? So, man, this I don't know, man. This show is turning out to I don't know where it's going, you know. And I'm kind of glad for this show. I think the biggest difference from WandaVision and this show, like, Loki has kind of been given his own thing, and like I said, we don't know what the hell to expect. WandaVision was, like, played with, you know, should I say his name?
Mephisto. Oh, God.
And the theories of, like, what's going to happen and stuff like that. But with this, like, even you read a theory before we started streaming. Mm-hmm. on how this ties in with like different things, but it's like you don't know. Like as far as we know, it's just Loki that's causing all this stuff. But apparently the other Lokis know something that this Loki don't know. So he trying to figure out like shit. He like whoa, hold up.
Think the other Loki's a Skrull?
Could be. You never know. It could be. You never know with these shows.
Right.
But I just really think I don't know. Like this is starting out to be like a really good show so far. I'm gonna share some of my other favorite moments before I go on my other trance. Rant. I'm sorry. Loki versus Loki. That scene when they was in the store. Man. That was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was confused.
Really?
Yeah. I was confused for like a good 3.5 seconds. But then like when I seen that scene go down, it kind of sparked the conversation that we had right after the stream ended. Like, you know, if you could go to another universe and like, you know, meet yourself, you know, you would be interested as fuck, you know, and you would follow, you would like 10 times out of 10, you would follow yourself and like want to know more. Yeah. Fuck the bullshit. Fuck who you working for, you know, like you're gonna do it. And like, I thought that was a really good scene. That was like probably one of the best ending scenes I've seen in a while, just because of like, you know, for me the show really, it raised my like, what am I trying to say? It raised my anticipation for the next week's episode just based on that ending scene alone. Mm-hmm. You know, all the stuff that happened, like, you know, we're watching the playback now, like all the stuff that happened, I was like, okay, office stuff, no, blah, blah. You know, like I'm just like, it's cool. But just that Loki versus Loki scene, man, that was it wasn't even like a big fight scene. It was just like it
was like a mind fight. Like,
exactly.
Can we just talk about those other actors though? Like that's not Tom Hiddleston. He obviously can't shapeshift into them and be them. They're actually doing their best to act like Loki as Tom Hiddleston, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like they just did a really good job. Like I believed Randy. I believed what is B-15 or whatever her agent name is. Mm-hmm. And even the big white guy at the end too. Like they just did a really good job at portraying Loki in their own versions. So it's just, I think that's what made it an even better scene, you know? Yeah. I don't know. It was a very good scene. I don't know why, too. It was just, like, so much build-up with the different shape-shifting characters or going to the different ones. Mm-hmm. That was a great scene.
And I just think, like, just how you said with those Loki scenes, like, I think we're going to see, like, more and more of that in the future with this episode. I think there's going to be even more crazy Lokis. Like, I think there's, like, because, like, that's not the only one. There's, like, a lot of them out here just, you know, doing all kinds of crazy shit.
Loki doing Loki things.
So, I mean, I honestly think it's the timekeeper's fault. They told him that he wasn't going to, like, he was never meant, like, because he thinks very highly of himself.
Oh, yeah.
Which is great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really fuck with Loki. Like, no matter what nobody's telling him, even when they finna erase his ass from the timeline, he's still like, nah, oh my God, you know. This is me. I have a glorious purpose. You know, I'm meant to do, you know. And it's like, I appreciate, he has the utmost confidence in himself. Even when Loki seen his ass getting killed, Loki seen his ass getting murdered by Thanos. And after that, he had a little tear. Then after that, he was like, yeah.
I'm not going out like that.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not going out like that. I got another plan. Nah. You know, I see how that went. You know, he, like, brushed that shit off like a G, man. And that's how I'm really, like, rocking with Loki, man. Because, like, he has the ultimate confidence in himself, and you need that in life. That's what I'm taking from this, you know, so far. And also, the Loki and Morbius scene where they were sitting and talking, and he was questioning the timekeepers, and he was questioning, like, yo, man, do you really believe in all this? You know, and Mobius was like, look, we don't know about half the stuff that we know. You know, I love this job, you know. That was a fucking touching conversation for me because I feel like Marvel keeps doing these things. Like, they're smart. Like, first, they did in Falcon and Winter Soldier where they touched with, like, the racism and, like, what's really going on in the real world, you know.
Yeah.
And now on this show, they're touching, like, theories that people have, like, about, like, the universe and, like, you know, religion and stuff like that. Like,
yeah.
you haven't even seen these timekeepers. You haven't even seen, but you know.
That's true.
So it's like they've done it again with these parallels to like real life stuff and people like really questioning like, you know, like, so this is, you know, and Loki is doing that, and it's just like, man, it's brilliant. They're so brilliant with this, man.
Yeah, I don't disagree. You know what else I pulled from that conversation too? I don't know if it was that exact one, but one of their conversations is that Mobius was talking about a jet ski, whereas that Casey guy who's like, I spent my whole life behind a desk. Mm-hmm. That conversation that you were referencing kind of like made me wonder if it humanized him for me in a lot of ways, just the way they were talking to each other. But it also made me wonder if he was a variant himself, and I told you that in the middle of the episode.
Yeah.
Just because he's so sympathetic towards Loki, he sees so much good in him. You know, what did the girl say? She's like, you see him, you know, you feel sorry for him because he's, you know, he's dying or whatever she said. It just, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up being a variant, and that's why, like, he came back to work and like he's the director or whatever of this agency, you know, himself.
Yeah.
So. That was a really good scene. Like I said, they play so well off of each other. And we're watching the scene right now with the salad where he does the salt and the pepper and then the water or whatever it was, the juice. Yeah. They just vibe so well off of each other as actors, you know?
Yeah.
So it just makes these scenes even better for me.
Paul put up to the chat. He said, "What's up, guys? I saw a video on how this show ties to WandaVision. Nexus events happen when someone goes out of their timeline. And Agatha called Wanda a Nexus being. What the?
Mind blown.
Marvel's just, you know, they're really messing with us, man. The best is yet to come, I feel like, with this show. And yeah, like all this stuff is gonna connect. I don't know if Loki's gonna be in Doctor Strange. He could be.
Shoot.
Who fucking knows? He might be. Now that I'm thinking about it, he might be. He definitely go be in the next Thor. I think so. But yeah, it's just this show, like already they started off with so many twists and turns, and like this is like crazy. I'm really excited for one that we finally got the 2 episodes, like everybody else did, and we all on the same page. But man, where was I? I was talking about the Loki versus Loki scene, but that's like near the end of the episode. Did you have anything that stood out to you before? Because that's like the end of the episode where I'm talking about.
No, I mean, we kind of talked about, you know, Pompeii and all of that. I did like when Loki, they kind of, I don't know, I think they tried to outsmart Loki and pit him against himself and make him competitive. And like what did he say? The only thing you want to know how I'm telling the truth is because the thing I love the most is being right. And that was, I think, the whole Pompeii thing. So I think they're doing such a good job at pulling out his different like personality traits and characteristics, and you just don't know. Like, do they really believe him? Did they know he was going to trick them? I mean, he ended up tricking them in the end because he jumped through the timeline. Like, I think they're just doing such a great job with his different, like, he almost has like a Split personality. Remember the movie Split?
Yeah.
That's kind of like in a low level, like at low-key reminds me of Split.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
You know? But get to that last scene. That's what you're going towards.
The last scene. So one of the biggest things I took out from that last scene, man, first seeing that female Loki, you know, that shit like threw me off. I was like, oh shit, I thought it was a dude. I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was a dude Loki. But to see that there was a female Loki, and like that, I feel like I said earlier, I feel like she's not the only Loki that's like going around in the universe. I feel like there's a dog Loki. There's a goldfish Loki.
The cat.
There's a Riptar Loki. There's like hella clown Loki. There's a lot of fucking Lokis out here, man. And I can't wait to see the next Lokis in the next future episodes. But that Loki versus Loki scene was crazy because like I feel like she made him feel like he was thinking small when he was like, you know, I want to take over the Timekeepers. She like
Timekeepers.
Man, you crazy, man. You know. So I think that like really sparked this interest to like, you know, is there something I'm missing? Because I feel like Loki, like his grand scheme, he just wants to be like the smartest, you know, in the room. You know, he wants to, because like he was even talking about Asgard, like the people on Asgard, you know. So like it's funny to think about, like if you go back and watch all those Thor movies, like he was the most quietest and like the most like just yes brother, yes father, yes. And then the whole time, this motherfucker is an evil, manipulative god, and just, you know like.
Yeah.
What did he say? He said, he said a quote about the sharpest ears or sharpest teeth.
The wolf's ears, the wolf's mouth.
Yeah.
The wolf's mouth, you know the wolf's ears aren't far away or something like that.
Yes, and like that's somebody go back and like give us the real official quote. But that is real shit.
Yeah.
You know, like I tell people this all the time. Being the best observer you can be in the world will get you like so many places in life. You know.
Yeah.
Like it really will. Like you don't have to like always like bite back and say stuff when you feel like you need to say stuff. You need to listen and understand and like survey your like surroundings and then like have an assessment and then you apply that pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Paul said, "I forgot some of the you forgot some of the stuff this Loki didn't experience in Ragnarok." Yeah, that's what we were talking about. I think on the last stream. This Loki that we're seeing right now. For the people that are confused and don't understand Marvel, because I know it's a lot of you clowns. I know it's a lot of people that don't really understand this magical masterpiece that's going on. But this Loki only went through the events of
up to Avengers.
Avengers, and then he used the Tesseract to come to the TVA. This is the Loki we're watching.
Where this starts, yeah.
Yes. So the Loki in fucking Thor: The Dark World, the Loki in Ragnarok, the Loki in
Endgame.
Yeah, Infinity War, because he didn't make it to Endgame.
Yes, you're right.
He's gone. He's dead. He doesn't exist anymore. Whole new Loki, okay? And that's why he's here. John said, "It's really fun seeing Loki use more of his magic, like cleaning his clothes."
That was a funny scene, too.
Yeah, that was a pretty funny scene. And, like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I seen that scene of him using his magic, I was like...
Yeah, I was like, they gave him back his magic? Like, he doesn't need a weapon.
I mean, they went back to Earth.
That's true. They couldn't keep his... But they couldn't have put, like, whatever that dog collar thing was around him. So, I don't know if it works outside of that.
Yeah, I don't know if it works
world.
out of Earth, yeah. But, I don't know. I say out of Earth. I don't know if it works, outside of the TVA. Yeah. But as soon as I seen him use that magic, I was like, they're fucked.
Yeah.
I was like, they're fucked, man. Like, I don't know how they trusted him. I don't know how to, like, I gotta go back and watch this episode back. Like, how do you trust Loki going into the real world? Like, even Mobius said, like, you literally backstabbed everybody that you came across.
Yeah.
You know? And it sucks because I feel like Mobius is one of those kind of guys, like, he just really loves his job,
You think so?
I think he is. I think he really loves his job because he doesn't even care about Loki. He doesn't care. Like, he just want to, like, he wants to find this other Loki so that the other agents can stop getting killed, Like, he's trying to put an end to, like, the Loki's escaping, But at the same time, now he's starting to understand and love with him, But his main objective is to, get this other Loki, But it just sucks because, like, the way this episode is applied, like, his job is, I don't even know. I can't even say his job is at risk. Maybe this motherfucker's life is at risk because they might erase his ass.
Mobius?
They might erase him, man. He let 2 Lokis escape.
Multiple, because this Lady Loki opened up all those timelines.
Oh, my God. Phew.
Dark theory, what if Mobius is just trying to bait Loki into doing all of this?
That is a great theory.
Because, I mean, you say he loves his job, but what if he's the one doing the Loki acting? Can you imagine the twist on that?
He's manipulating Loki.
Yeah, to do all of this so that he can figure out the timekeepers. Because, I didn't buy that he really believes in the timekeepers necessarily. Yeah, he's doing his job for the greater good of the people that he knows that are real. But that doesn't necessarily mean he believes in the timekeepers, or their vision or the future, And if he was a variant himself, can you imagine?
That is a
just a theory.
That is a great theory.
Just
honestly, before I get to what I'm about to say, Paul said, "What did girl do to Loki? C20 got her stuttering and talking." I don't know what the hell she did to her ass. She fucking wow. She did some shit. I don't know what the hell she did to her ass, but I don't know, man. Hopefully we'll see. But I know Marvel likes to throw a lot of misdirects. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know if I'm buying that, Mobius' character like fell for this so early, like how you said. I'm not buying
Yeah.
it. I'm not buying it. Cause he literally told us, he's like, I literally studied you and like, you know, it, like, so he knows.
Well, they knew he was lying in that first one.
Yeah.
But he wasn't lying. He said the guy's outside, and he's like, I bought you time, meaning Lady Loki.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, was he wrong? Did he know? That's a good point. I mean, they do like to throw in the...
Yeah, I just don't think he gave... I mean, we see all this fucking multi stuff, like, going crazy. This is the second episode and this has happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got, like, 6 episodes. I don't think whatever happened in episode 2 is super... Maybe it's not. But I don't think it's super, super serious to where they don't have, like, a control over the situation. You know, I don't think it's escalated this fast.
No.
To what, like, they're saying it has. Maybe, I don't know. You know? I feel like Mobius is smart, man. He knew this. He knew this.
He's been searching for him for a while, you're right.
Paul said it's B-15's fault for forcing Loki to go with her. That's what I'm saying. They know him. I feel like honestly, they kind of knew some soldiers was gonna die, but I feel like they need Loki to talk to the other Lokis.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, who else is gonna calm them down and tell them, you know, if one can do it?
Yeah, because I don't think
they know they can't stop him.
They know they can't really get to Loki. So that's what I'm saying. In some weird way, I feel like they know that they know the risk that they're taking. You know, letting Loki go alone, like how Paul is saying.
Mm-hmm.
They know their risks. So it's like there's something else. There's something else, man. Shit didn't just hit the fan like this on the second episode, and they just like, oh my god, ah! You know. I don't think so, guys. I don't think so.
Interesting.
Paul said should have stayed with Mobius.
Yeah.
Yo, that ending for episode 2 had it like, it was like one of those mouth opener fucking endings. You're like
walking through. Yeah, you're like waiting. What's he gonna do?
What's going on? And yeah, that Loki versus Loki scene was really good. I really loved the female Loki and like how he said how they had all the actors acting as Loki. But I don't know, man. I really don't know. It's kind of one of those like they really did a great job at doing a better cliffhanger than they did the first week's episode. Yeah. You know, because this is one of those like, fuck, what happens? And you know you're gonna have like a lot of people like having fucking theories and like going crazy and stuff like that. But the truth is, we don't know shit until we get the next episode. And it's crazy. Y'all want to know something even more crazier? By this time next week, we will already be halfway through the Loki series. Yes.
I thought it was gonna be so much longer.
Ain't that crazy, y'all? Ain't that crazy? Damn. But man, it's just, you gotta appreciate this magic while it's here, man. You gotta appreciate this magic and gold while it's here, baby. Because honestly, we do got What If coming up after this, but this might be the last show for it's not gonna be the last show. No, it's the last show that they announced on the slate that's like coming out this month, but
this month, yeah. So What Ifs are coming out, aren't they? Yeah,
the What Ifs are, but they're like cartoon. They're not like, you know.
Those are kind of exciting. I don't know why I'm looking forward to those, but yeah, you're right. It's not going to be like this level. Yeah. And they got renewed for season 2 of Loki.
Yeah, they did.
Dang. But you realize this can, well, depending on how they write the story, it can keep going for a while.
Forever, probably. Because there's so many American references they can use.
Yeah. And I'd watch it because, man, Tom Hiddleston is Loki.
Yeah.
Man, it's just entertainment. Pure entertainment.
Oh my god, man. This is, I feel like they barely scratched the surface with this series, to be honest with you.
Right. Paul said it's crazy how she knows so much about the TVA. She made so many branches instantly, and I'm excited to see Renslayer in action.
Are you referencing the female Loki?
Was that her name? Paul? Renslayer?
Is it? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it's just, I'm really curious to see how this all like plays through. I really am. They definitely got my anticipation. I said anticipation. Anticipation. They definitely got my anticipation radar on like full. Like I need this third episode. The hype is really real for me. And man, we're just looking at this scene. Man, they did a great job so far. Like I gotta give it up to Tom Hiddleston, the crew, everybody that shot this because like it's really well, like it just looks really good, man. It looks really good.
Yeah.
It looks really good. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave off. I actually before we end the stream off, I was wrong about my prediction. Oh, okay. Yeah, we excited to see that too. That's the judge lady, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's finna hop up off that judge stand and kick some ass. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about her so far?
I think she's got a power complex. Like she's definitely has no problem telling Mobius like, if something happens, I can't help you, but I, remember your place type of thing. Like, he's like, she's like, you're my assistant, remember that or whatever. She said, you're something. And he's like, yeah, but I'm your favorite one. So she definitely has no problem letting him know, like, hey, I am above you.
Yeah.
But they tried to question her, about, he was asking during his trial about the timekeepers and all of that. And she didn't really know what to say either. She kind of stumbled over her words. So I don't know how much, whether she believes it or not, or whether she even knows the timekeepers exist too. And we kind of had that, kind of going off track, but we kind of had that conversation about the fan theory of, going back to what's his name from Iron Man 3, the Mandarin.
Yeah. Like
kind of a letdown. Do you think the timekeepers are going to be a similar type of letdown, or you think they're going to be legit, not space lizards?
I don't think they're going to be. I mean, before I give my answer, Slippy says hi. Hi, Slippy. John says the whole TVA finna be active. Man, shit. I agree, John. I just think they know more than they're like letting off. Because I feel like the TVA, nobody's ever questioned them. Maybe they never had like somebody that like Loki. Well, Loki would have slipped through the cracks if Mobius didn't need him. This is what I'm trying to understand. This is what I'm trying to understand with this series. So Loki's been slipping through the cracks before the whole Tesseract thing, right?
In what sense?
Like he has to have been, or one of the Lokis has to have been like
messing up the
out of that. Before this Loki showed up.
Why?
Because you got this Loki that's already killing these TVA people and stuff, right? This female Loki.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's true. Because, he was captured and caught, but they already had that problem before he slipped his timeline. Yeah. You're right. Otherwise, he'd be the first one they know about, but they're telling him about his other Lokis. You're right.
Yeah. Isaac said, girl Loki. Yeah. Girl Loki went crazy. She did. So this is what I'm trying to understand. Like, is this Loki even the most, like, threatening? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. My mind is, like, about to explode because the only reason this Loki is alive is because the girl Loki has been fucking shit up, as far as we know, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she was the one causing them, because all these messed up timelines didn't happen until her, right? So she was the only one big variant that they were having to deal with, killing all the different ones, collecting all those, whatever those things are that open the timelines, That's true.
Paul said, you're right. Mobius said Loki is the one with the most variants they caught.
Yeah.
The ending, though, with the shot, Loki,
That's true, Loki being Loki.
Loki always gonna be Loki at the end of the day.
Man.
But it's just so hard to gauge really anything because we're only into the second episode. I'm pretty sure the third episode is gonna answer a lot more questions. But you guys give us your predictions. What you guys think is gonna happen for the third episode? What I was saying earlier was my second episode prediction was off. I thought we would have had a cameo. But there was no cameo. I didn't see any cameo. Did you guys catch any cameos? Let me know if you guys caught any cameos. But this show definitely like just raised my fucking level for hype like to a whole nother level. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm just wondering, like I'm really wondering how this female Loki, like I don't know, that's my main thing. Like how did she, like we understand how this Loki got to where he is, but how did this female Loki, how does she know all this stuff?
Oh, about the time. How to steal all these different things and coming back. Well, it's does it have to do, we were having this conversation a little bit earlier too. It's like, you know how you meet different versions of yourself and how we were talking about him, like he's looking at her like he admires her, like but her tenacity and like her, just basically getting shit done and making shit happen. You meet different versions of yourself. Do you think that that's kind of where it's going for him? Like he's admiring it, he's going to follow it, and he's going to kind of follow through and help her accomplish what he's always wanted to accomplish and ends up obviously accomplishing, if that's like a future Loki?
No, I think even though that there's other Lokis in the world and in the universe, I think he wants to be number one.
All Lokis want to be number one. That's what makes them Loki.
Yeah. So like, I don't think he would like even like if he learns something from the girl Loki, he's gonna use that against her. I just don't think he's just like, oh yeah, you know more than me, Yeah. Because he likes to be the smartest person in the room. He loves to. Like he likes to be in control. That's his thing.
It's true.
So even if it's him or just a Loki as a female in the future, they can't even trust each other. You see, like
right.
Loki's it's so fucking funny. All the Lokis in the multiverse and in the universe can't even trust each other. Like that ain't that some shit. That's funny, man.
In true Loki fashion.
Yeah, and it's so funny seeing Loki like talk to himself like as a female, and it's just like a game back and forth, like
total mind games.
Like every word is like meaningful,
yes.
And that's how it is, But man, I have no idea where the show is going on. Paul said, since they're both smart, I wonder if there's gonna be a ship of
Oh my god, I hope so.
It's incoming.
Good call.
Ship of Lokius.
Lokius.
I swear, man. I swear. And this happened only in the second episode, so I can't imagine what's gonna happen in the future episodes. I heard we got like a kid Loki showing up.
Really?
Yeah, we got like a lot of different Lokis coming up in this series. So we just seen the first one. We actually seen one. Actually, we seen two on the first episode. We seen
DB Cooper.
Yeah.
Oh, does that really count?
I was more referring to we seen this Loki, the Loki that died like on the screen.
Right.
And DB Cooper, so that's three. We seen two Lokis on this episode. Lady Loki and just the regular like this Loki.
Yeah, him being a normal like in the present versus, but still Asgardian, believing he's Asgardian and all that. Yeah.
So and like we watching this on a playback now, so like what I'm getting from the female's Loki's powers, like, is she a shapeshifter? Cause she could just like take control of people and like, cause now we watching this on a playback. I'm trying to wonder like where did her body just show up? Like does she just possess? I don't know, man. I have no idea.
It seems like she can just possess different people because she had to touch them and she's green to be able to do it. I mean, regular Loki can't do that.
Yeah, I don't think he can. Yeah, I don't think he could do that unless he had the Tesseract. At least that was what Avengers he did. You got something in the chat?
Yeah, John said, what if Mobius secretly worked with Lady Loki to capture the previous variants and now she releases them?
Wow. John, that is a great theory, man. But I don't know. Because like before Mobius went on this mission, he had to get approval from the TVA. And the TVA were pretty like hard on like not even bringing this Loki on this mission, because of what happened.
Yeah, Renslayer said she the timekeepers were looking watching this case very closely, you know.
Yeah.
So they know it's a kind of a big deal. I'm very surprised they would okay like a mission like this though.
That's what I'm saying. Like something else has to be up.
There has to be a reason behind it.
Yeah, something else definitely has to be up. I think that is a great theory, John.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's Mobius secretly working with Lady Loki. I think it's somebody else that we don't know about.
Mephisto?
Yeah, it's Mephisto.
Or what did they call it in Falcon and Winter Soldier? Oh my god. Why can I not
the Winter
think?
Mephisto?
No, what everybody thought what's her name was? Blondie.
Oh.
Sharon.
Sharon.
Oh my god, it was the word for her. But she was the...
I forgot. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like on the tip of my tongue, man.
Everybody said her the entire time. I can't even think of the word right now.
Oh my god, I know what you're talking about though. We said it in the other streams.
Yes.
It's crazy. But yeah, that's a great theory, man. So let's talk about this ending a little bit more. So, Lady Loki, did she send like resets to like different universes, or like what was that about? Is that what she did?
I don't know. So the way I interpreted it was that she opened the portals to different timelines. But does that allow different Lokis to jump into those timelines? And if so, how is another Loki created? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Like how did Lady Loki come to be on her own? Like how do you create a variant of yourself? More than one, I could see one veering off track, because of the Tesseract. I get that. Mm-hmm. But how did she veer off track? How did Kid Loki, veer off track?
Yeah, because like that's why I'm saying, according to this show, this Loki is only off track because what the Avengers did, and he grabbed the Tesseract, and they're like, "No, this is not supposed to happen." So I am curious to like, how did Lady Loki get on the TVA's like radar? Like, whoa,
Yeah.
Like, cause I just don't get like why is she killing the TVA agents? She knows something.
She must have been. I feel like she's like Loki. She's curious in the sense of asking why. Found out something about the timekeepers that they're not just telling everybody, and she's trying to expose it, and she's trying to find the chink in the iron, basically, and expose it and tell people that it's not just one way type of thing, or same way that this Loki believes that this isn't my destiny. I'm destined for greater, glorious purpose. So
yeah, because all she said was, "This isn't about you."
Yeah, this is bigger than you. Essentially, well, it's kind of how I took it.
Yeah.
And you said stop.
Let me know if you guys can still hear me in the chat. I know you guys. Okay, you guys can see me again. Sims, I apologize. John says she probably dropped them in different timelines with Loki. Like she could have dropped one on all the Avengers. So, cause what I'm seeing from that last episode is she dropped the reset capsule or whatever the hell they had. Yeah, she dropped a lot of the reset capsules in a lot of the different so many different universes. Cause like if we go back, we're just gonna fast rewind. Yeah, you think
I didn't think you would catch
it. Yeah. We're gonna fast rewind back. She dropped those resets in like a lot of different locations, and you can see the locations pop up right here. So let's see if we can get the locations. Because I got a feeling that's where you're about to see like all these different like Lokis
pop up.
Yeah, I think she's opening a door for more Lokis. I don't know. Let's check this out. Just the look of this place looks like so amazing. Like Marvel did like a great job, just like with the direction and like, oh my god.
It really just looks like they're in a basement.
See, so you see like
Asgard, Rome, New York, Tokyo. Yeah.
Man.
That was a good catch. I didn't notice those on the first one. I thought it was just data, so I wasn't really paying attention. But yeah, that is location. That was a good catch.
Man. Yeah, so she bombed all the timelines. Wow. Wow. I think this is the most confused I've ever been, man. This is
as to where it's gonna go. And
John said, "I would hate for them to reset a Loki that survived Infinity War." Man. As long as he don't get reset, man. As long as this Loki don't get reset, and that's not gonna happen. We know that's not gonna happen. But I'm curious to see, like, where they go with this show.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is one of them shows, like, I think even more than WandaVision, you gotta watch back, like, fucking, over and over and over and over and over.
I think you'd still catch even the little things.
Yeah.
And we watched it at first without subtitles, and then we watched it with subtitles, and both were helpful, because you need to pay attention to both.
You really do, because you have to catch, like, everything that's going on. But like I said, I think Mobius knew this had the potential of happening, I think that whole scene was like too well played. I don't know, honestly. I think letting Loki go by itself. Come on, Mobius knows better than that. So that's why I'm trying to. I don't think everything is like what they're showing us. Like everything is a super overreaction. Oh my god, I just don't see that.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Man, Lady Loki, yeah, okay, so I'm guessing she sent the bomb to... We're trying to see right now.
You think they're bombs?
So he said somebody just bombed the sacred timeline. So is that the reset or the bomb?
You're taking it literal. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we gotta find out on the next episode. We don't know. But they definitely upped the stakes this second episode. I'm glad we were finally able to watch it. Sam's were watching Loki, not Cat TV. But yeah, let us know you guys' predictions in the chat. And we're going to end the stream off with my prediction and Mrs. M. Wonderful prediction. So my predictions for next. Actually, let's rate episode 2. That's what we're gonna do. Everybody, you guys let us know your ratings in the chat. We're gonna rate episode 2, and then we go end the stream off with our bold predictions for next week's episode. So I'm gonna give episode 2. I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I think it raised the stakes like really, really good. But for me, and just personally, it's just me. Like it didn't pick up until like the second half for me. Like and like I think I'm still used to like the fucking Falcon and Winter Soldier pace. You know what I'm saying? And that's me.
Yeah.
You know. And like for me, it's not something you can just really watch. You know, one thing because like I like stuff that like fucks me up. Like you know, I like stuff that's like I'm like mind boggled and like you know what the hell is going on. You know, I really like that stuff. You know. But I also like things like I can like kind of watch and like understand and stuff. Like that's why I really like Falcon and Winter Soldier, you know, because it's like there's only so many different areas you can really go before people are like, huh, you know?
Yeah.
So that's just me. That's just my opinion. So I would give episode 2 a 4 out of 5. I would give both episodes. They're really good episodes. Really good. Episode 1 and 2 are really good. It's looking like a real like, you know, series that you really have to like keep your eyes on and like not blink like the whole episodes and like really hear every single thing that's going on because like this is gonna have like a lot of deep like implications on like everything going forward just like the other shows did but in general you know WandaVision and Loki are kind of gonna be the what's going on with the MCU going forward you know Falcon and Winter Soldier maybe yeah on the ground level,
yeah.
But Loki and WandaVision are really like showing us like what the hell is like really going on. So what would you rate it?
I rated a 4.5 out of 4 just because, like I said, it's like a crime show to me. So it felt very like I was interested the whole time because it felt that way to me. You know, the Marvel, movies and all that. I'm used to the adventure, or not the adventure, the action, the way that it was in Falcon and Winter Soldier. And of course, that's entertaining, but the mind, like actual like case type of thing, like the way they're having to go through this and think of that and this aspect and that aspect, like it just that part of it's interesting to me. So I give it a 4.5 out of 5. I think the episodes are only going to get better and better and better as time goes on. So that's exciting.
All right, so we're going to end the stream off with our bold predictions. John says he thinks Lady Loki will beat Loki and he has to skate back to the TVA. I don't know, man. I think, John, if it's that scenario, then Loki's going to get erased. Like a mother. Like, they going to be so quick to erase Loki. I don't think he's going to have to try to get back. I think Loki. Do you think Loki goes back to the TVA? He kind of has to, man. Or does he?
That depends on if they figure out if the timekeepers are real. If they're just a couple of guys telling a good story to make people stay in line with, some weapons that kind of look scary so they make you listen, that's one thing. But, if they're actual keepers of the universe and you just, screwed them over a lot, he's going to get reset, whatever, when he comes back, I think. So everything really just depends whether or not they are, like, the Mandarin or they're legit way up there. Because you do see that Infinity Stones, do you know that they don't really do anything? Or are those just marbles that look like Infinity Stones, You don't really see, because the Tesseract is still the Tesseract. Yeah, it doesn't do anything, doesn't have the same powers, but is that an indication that it's really, kind of disabled? Or it's just in an aura or whatever that it doesn't work the same. And yet the timekeepers still aren't, legit beings. So I think I don't know where it's going to go. It's the beauty of the show, I think.
Yeah. They have to have some kind of power to, if like, they know a lot. Even the workers that just work there and just like, oh, this is how everything is. Like, that's
true.
They Casey know a lot,
Well, somebody in the chat said that Casey might be working with Lady Loki or somebody. Because you notice the only one that they ever show or that talk to as a worker besides the timekeepers was Casey. Yeah. There was other people working there, but he never really had other conversations.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. It's just weird, They got like kind of like a weird thing. Like, they have a weird thing going where like nobody questions anything. Everybody just like, works and like laugh at the other people. Ain't they kind of... That's like a parallel in the song.
Is it supposed to represent like our government? Like we're supposed to just follow what the government says type of thing?
I swear, that's what I'm saying. Marvel does not miss with these parallels, man.
Yeah, you were talking about that earlier.
Like the timekeepers are talking like shit about like just the Avengers and like everything that happens like on the ground level. But then like when stuff comes to their level, they're like, oh, well, I didn't think about,
Yeah.
I don't know what a cat is. I don't know what a fish. The guy said, I've just been behind a desk my whole life.
Yeah.
So it's making people like have those thoughts and like have questions. So I do think my boy Loki is in trouble if he gets back to the TVA. But I honestly think it depends. I think either Loki has to come back with a strong lead in order for the TVA to put up with him anymore. Because like this is like big, and like this is, look, one Loki was already too much trouble.
Oh yeah.
Right? 2 Lokis working together, or just like, oh my god.
Same goal.
Yeah. I don't know if the TVA can fucking handle that. I don't know.
I don't know how many timekeepers you got.
Leonard Samoy, hello, how you doing? I'm great. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, even if he has information, I think things have gotten too out of hand where they're like, just like, look, we should have just erased him. Because everybody's in favor for erasing Loki. Everybody.
And the TWA minus Mobius.
Yeah. Mobius is the only. So once Mobius is like, all right, or, so that's why I don't know, John. I can see him going back to the TVA.
He did say, if I'm wrong, I'll do it myself, as he was walking out of Renslayer's office, remember?
But will they let him do it himself, or they just say, you know what, this is too out of hand? Like, we getting out of here. You know, because, like, it's been brought to, like, you seen that end of the second episode. Everybody got up and was like,
yeah, even Renslayer, she grabbed whatever one was, like, on display on her wall, and she's like, I'm out. I'm, you know, all hands on deck to fight Loki or find Loki.
John says, what if he comes back with something important for her? That's what I'm saying. I think that's the only way they spare Loki. We're not trying to erase him. Because he does. I think he does. Because I think Loki still needs the TVA, because I still feel like he's slowly trying to gather information.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because, like, even, like, he believes in it a little bit, because, like, just like when he was looking at the Tesseract and he was like, is this the universe? Is this, like, you know? Yeah. So he kind of believes. So I think he's trying to, like, figure out, like, all right, so this place is somewhat legit, but, you know, who are these gods that you look up to? You know, you never. That's what he's really asking. Like, who are these timekeepers? Like, he keeps saying 3 lizards.
Yeah.
You know, he keeps saying that, and, like, you say it out loud, it sounds stupid, but then I feel like a lot of people that are probably working there are like,
good point.
You know, so I think there's, like, a truth that's about to be unraveled. I wanted to ask you, do you think what's her name, Renslayer?
Mm-hmm. The judge.
Do you think she really knows what's going on, or she's just there?
It's Marvel. I don't know. It's Marvel. It depends. If she truly believes in the, you know, timekeepers and all of that, then I feel like she has no clue what's going on.
Okay.
If she's conspiring with Loki or conspiring with someone else to help Loki, then yeah, she knows everything that's going on. She's, you know, because we didn't see her run through the portal things. We saw all the timekeepers. I mean, she just grabbed her baton or whatever weapon that is.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It really just, I mean, that series could literally go anywhere. That's the crazy part about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you guys know how we had a sus Sharon last series on Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm calling it right now, man. I think Gwen is I think she's a little sus, man.
Yeah, you're right.
She's like really short on everything, you know.
Yeah.
Like, anytime somebody questions her or anything, she's like, look, don't worry about it, you know. It's kind of like she doesn't give you, like, the explanation. She just says, well, I'm the boss, and this, you know.
Yeah.
So I feel like people like that can't really give you an explanation, but they're really strong on, like, what they want you to do, you know. Those are people that are kind of like, what's going on, man? Like, you know, keep it real, you know.
Yeah.
Like, those are those kind of people, you know. You gotta, like, really watch out for her. So I think she knows something. You said those 3 lizards are sus. Hey, nobody's even ever seen them according to, like, people in the TVA. So it's like, I don't know.
That's true.
I don't know. She's a little sus for me, but we're gonna find out more on the next episode. So we're gonna end it off with my bold prediction. My prediction is we still get that cameo. Goddammit, we are gonna get that cameo on the 3rd episode. I don't know what it is yet, still, but we're gonna get that cameo. So yeah, that's my prediction, and I'm gonna leave a prediction. Well, I can't say. I was going to leave a prediction on where I think they were going to go for the next American reference, because that seems like to be, like, the theme so far. And I thought, I was going to say I think they're going to do, like, a 9/11 thing, but I don't think they're going to do that. That's kind of, I think that's kind of pushing it, maybe.
Yeah.
That's kind of, yeah.
I mean, it wasn't an apocalyptic event that, you know, well, I don't know.
B.B. Cooper wasn't, like, yeah.
That was him doing it for fun,
before,
remember? Yeah. He was like, what's his name? Idris Elba and brother make sure the portal's open or whatever. Mm-hmm. So that was just him screwing around.
Yeah.
But yeah, him hiding in an apocalyptic event. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
Ice Age? Do you think that'd just be way too?
Goes back to the ice.
Yeah, that'd be way too. The medieval thing kind of threw me off. I was like, damn, they threw him that far back, and it said 85, and I was like, what?
Yeah, they're traveling a lot of different places in the series already, man.
New York 2012, yeah. John W.
I'll say in the comics, Renslayer has a relationship with one of the timekeepers, and so far, Marvel casted one of them for sure. Yeah, that is true. I did hear about that.
Her and Mobius have like an interesting relationship. I don't know why I thought for a second that they had a thing.
Yeah, true, yeah.
So I feel like if she had a relationship with one of the timekeepers, wouldn't we already have seen some kind? I haven't seen any other interaction aside from Mobius.
Yeah. Like I said, she's pretty sus. She's on my sus list already, man. she's already been my sus list. Y'all let me know who else y'all think is on y'all sus list. Do y'all think is Mobius on you guys sus list?
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. A lot of these people know a lot of stuff that we don't know. It's really like manipulators trying to manipulate each other, and it's like a funny like thing to watch, you know, because you just see it all breaks down. It's like everybody's like, huh, oh, I got you here. Oh no, but I got you here. Oh no, but I got you here. But I got you here. But I got you here. It's like back and forth, and nobody's ever like, all right, you got me, you know. They never give in, and it's just an amazing thing to watch, just on TV and stuff like that. You got any bold predictions you want to share for next week, or something crazy, you know, that you want to see happen?
I'm excited to see what Lady Loki's does. She didn't say anything. She just did a little wave or whatever on this episode. I don't know who the actress is. I don't know how big of a character Lady Loki really is from the comics, but I would love to see her be like a big part of the whole episode, you know. I know there's multiple Lokis, but Lady Loki, you know, they have a chance to really do like the strong female lead. I hope she comes through, you know, for the role. So we'll see, though. I'm excited to see how her character kind of develops through this.
I'm ready to see Kid Loki. I feel like the Kid Loki is gonna be like the Zemo for this show. You know, and like I said, man, we're gonna get that cameo. Hopefully it's episode 3, but that's my bold prediction on what it's gonna be for next episode. If you guys watching this on a playback, be sure to drop your predictions in chat in the comments below. And man, we appreciate y'all rocking with us for another episode. Loki episode 2, Raw Real Reviews, god damn it. Join the Discord, link in the description if you guys want to chat and talk more and keep talking about theories until the next episode drops. We have a Marvel/DC discussions tab where we talk about everything Marvel, everything comic book related. We have our reaction request folder. We have a lot of different stuff, man. So just join the Discord if you haven't joined the Discord already. And we'll keep things rocking. We'll keep things moving. We're hopefully going to do my 2K official retirement stream tomorrow. Wi-Fi willing. Lord Wi-Fi willing. But other than that, we appreciate y'all rocking with us for this Raw Real Review. We gonna be back at it live next week, around 1:15, 1:30ish. We like to give people time to, like, you know, sit and digest before we start our live streams. You know, most of the time, you know, it's the Wi-Fi holding us back, the internet, my camera, my cat, you know, all those, you know, different things. But we always try to make sure that we're live, you know, within the hour or so. So if you don't see us at 1 o'clock, you know, make sure to turn those notifications on. Check it, you know, 1:10, 1:20, 1:25, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 a.m. Check, because we will get live and break these episodes down because we know y'all need it, baby. We know y'all need it. We'll catch y'all on the next episode. Until then.